That's what you ought to do. Give God some praise. Of course, joining me back on the telephone line. You know, I have to have Dr. Johnson. I have to have her do the entire interview because she's doing some phenomenal things. Hello there, Dr. Johnson. Now, are you pulled over? You're safe and you're sound?
I'm safe, sound, and I'm ready to talk.
Well, you know what? I'm going to do this from the beginning because I can do that because, you know, I'm the manager and owner of this studio. I run this operation of the show, and I want to start from the beginning because folks might have not heard from the beginning when you got cut off. First of all, I want to welcome you to the Psalmic Gospel. Say hello to those folks on Facebook and Twitter. They can see me but hear your lovely voice. Go ahead and say hello.
Hello to everyone.
All righty. Now, Dr. Johnson, Dr. Shelia L. Johnson, you are native from Ohio, but I want people to know basically who in the world, let's just recap, who in the world is Dr. Johnson? Go ahead.
Well, a lot of things, God, if you make yourself available to the Lord, He will open up all types of opportunities for you. Mm-hmm. Yes, and He's done that for me as I've been obedient to His will and His way and His purpose in my life. I'm currently, for over 25 years, I've been a college professor and singer, songwriter, recording artist, choir director, minister of music, and also writing different texts that I use at various music workshops.
Awesome. You're really doing it. I love it. You're multi-talented, and God is certainly using you in this day and time. Now, can you tell us a little bit about your musical journey here? You're in the process of, we have your new single, First Day of the Week. I like the title of that. Tell us a little bit about your musical journey because you have the education, you have the ministry, and you are a gospel recording artist. So share that information with us.
Well, it started out with, I guess you would say, with my parents who took me to church and got me involved in the Sunshine Band, you know, the little kids choir. And after that, when I went to school, I started elementary school. I began to play the violin. And at one point in my life, I wanted to be an orchestral conductor. But you know how it is. You change your mind, you change your direction. And I had decided for a while I wasn't even going to try to do anything in music and just do music for my own personal enjoyment.
I got you.
But God wouldn't let it be so. I ended up going to college at Western Kentucky University and becoming the gospel choir director there. And then God, that area, that particular university is about maybe 30, 35 minutes from Nashville, Tennessee. And so I was able to interact with a lot of different people in the gospel music industry just because of the fact of where I live. But then God took me on to Pittsburgh where I became a campus minister. And again, working with college students in a spiritual realm. And then finally, I began to start being minister of music at churches. And one of the things I found out is that a lot of churches have a desire to have good music programs, but they don't know how to do it. When I began to do a lot of arranging and writing so that everybody's church could have a decent sounding choir that knew how to perform, good gospel music.
I know that's right. And education plays a very important role in that, and you truly have it. So let's talk about this project, the single First Day of the Week. What was going through your mind? What was God putting in your spirit the first day of the week?
Well, what happened was basically the song, I was sitting and I was just trying to come up with something, and usually before I begin to write, I always pray and ask God to impress upon my mind what it is, what the message is He wants me to get across in a song. And then most of the time for me, I get portions of the song when I'm asleep. And I wake up, with a note, or sometimes it's just a phrase on my mind. And then I sit down and then I pray again, and God just gives it to me. But on this one, I read in scripture where it says, on the first day of the week, early in the morning, the stone was rolled away. And the thing that really impacted me was the fact that not only did the stone get rolled away and Jesus come out of the grave, but so to speak, just as Jesus was resurrected, some of the stones in our lives, it might be a stone of poverty, it might be a stone of low self-esteem, it might be a stone of haughtiness or unteachableness or rebellion or broken relationship, whatever our soul is, that thing got rolled away. So we have within us, if we're Christians, the ability to be resurrected on this side of Jordan in those things that have held us bound for many times, years and years and years. So it's not only a first day of the week was for Jesus, but it's for us too.
I know that's right. I like that. So go ahead and encourage people to find out more about you. I know you have a website. You're right there on Facebook. We're going to be friends in just a moment on Facebook. So go ahead and encourage people if they want to learn and find out more about your music ministry and how they can get this single and other musical things that you're involved in. Go ahead and give that information.
Okay. Well, there are a couple ways you can do it. You can, I'm on Facebook, Shelia L. Johnson, Facebook. Also, you can pick up Dr. Shelia L. Johnson. The title of the album is Move with God, and it's on iTunes, Amazon.com, and also on CDBaby.com. In addition to that, if you're in Philadelphia, all you have to do is go to the Enon Tabernacle bookstore, because I was just there in August.
Wow.
And so they're carrying it there if you want to. If you don't want to go online to purchase it, you can go right to Enon Tabernacle and tell Reverend Dr. Waller I said hello.
And you know what? He knows me very well. Isn't that interesting? I wish I would have known you were here. I would have had you live here in the studio.
Oh.
Yeah, I was.
Tell him to have me back again.
Oh, absolutely. We would definitely do that, and I would talk with him. I'll try to get him a message, as busy as he is. But one of the greatest things I love about his ministry, he's a real brother that loves the people, and he's a true gospel preacher.
Amen.
And you know what else is interesting, Dr. Johnson? They actually had me as the MC for their first live recording. So,
all right.
So that was absolutely great. So what's your final word today before we move on?
My final word is, people of God, be encouraged.
Yes.
Because God got up and on the first day of the week, and so can you.
Wonderful. Well, we thank you so much for your time. Drive safely. I look forward to meeting you face to face when you come back to Philadelphia. And real quick, before we let you go, do you want to say hello to anybody special? Because I know you're loved.
Well, I want to say hello, especially to all the listeners there at HDMSFM.
All right.
And especially to all my friends there on the East Coast. I've been doing a lot on the East Coast, and also all my friends in Pittsburgh, of course, Dayton, Ohio, and all over the United States. Hello.
All righty. Well, thank you, Dr. Johnson. Make it a great day and be safe out there, and loads of love to you, okay?
All right.
God bless you.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.